What I worry about is I chat with, World Tour guys all the time. I'm trying to think like Daryl Impey recently, talking to him about coming to the end of his career. And he's saying basically now to be a World Tour rider who's competing in the classics and focusing on the tour like he is, you need to either live at altitude or spend the vast majority of your time between races at altitude. So he's like, it's entirely a young man's game because you can't do that with a family unless your family's going to live at altitude, which is like Alex Dow said, I was chatting to last week. He chose to live in Andorra with his family, but the life is just race, go to altitude, race, go to altitude. And I don't know. Maybe I'm romantic and kind of like you on this. I just don't want that for gravel because we already have that. It's like, if you want that, that's cool. That's
I hate to tell you, Anthony, but it's already there. I mean, that's what you have to do to compete in the Lifetime Grand Prix. Guys.
You know what the kicker with that is? When I was chatting to Chemo on it, the prize money for the Lifetime Grand Prix, it's a headline and it's a marketing stunt in his words. The prize money is not what anyone's making their money from. So the win isn't as important.
It's still the prestige and it's making your career. It's leading to better contracts, endorsements, or whatever, right? And it's the biggest thing happening in the US right now. It's Unbound and Leadville, the Grand Prix, and a handful of other gravel events that are independent, such as your SBTs and your BWR California. But the Grand Prix is the preeminent racing scene here, and so guys and girls who are fully focused on racing, like that's the end all and be all and the crux of their season. Keegan is focused on trying to win that thing again, and he's getting paid well to do it. And I mean, you look at how he prepares, he has the same mentality as a World Tour rider, and a lot of the guys in the top 10 do, is just race, weight training sessions, sauna sessions for heat adaptation, altitude, living at altitude all summer, heat training for Unbound. That's elite sport. When you start to get to that level and careers are dedicated to that, it's already there, but at least with the gravel space, there is still the possibility to do it your way.
Here's my hot prediction for how it's going to change slightly. I think Lachlan is going to be out of contract or choose not to re-up his contract with EF soon. And Lachlan's going to make more than twice the annual income of Keegan, and he's not going to win a race. And people are going to say, whoa, there's a different way of doing it. Lachlan's storytelling, he's brand building.
But there's no one way or wrong. That's what I'm saying, is there's, with the way that storytelling and social media and sponsors and all this is, like, everyone's on this spectrum, right? You can be more of a storyteller or more of a pure racer. There's not one tried and true way, like there kind of is in the World Tour. You just have to do that, right? So you can't say that Lachlan's right and Keegan's wrong or vice versa. It's like whoever you align with. Like, there's people who are fans of Lockie who don't care about Keegan, and there's fans of, Keegan who don't give a shit about me and they think I'm an over the hill World Tour rider, and vice versa. It's so I think in gravel right now there's still room for personalities, and you can align with certain riders that you relate to better.
I think Keegan could be an AI powered cyclist. Like, he's a cycling version of ChatGPT. He's just unbeatable.
Yeah, he's tough to beat right now. So and I get it too. Like, I feel like maybe on my best day, I could go toe to toe with him if I did everything right in the altitude camps, but I've had to take that conscious step back and, that's not why I came here. Right. Which almost makes my job doubly difficult, is like, I need to hold true to why I came to this space and why I want to do this gravel racing, which I still love the racing, but it's this deeper, relatable, inclusive experience. That is not necessarily the best thing for just pure race performance. And so I'm trying to ask myself to compete against Keegan while doing something that's better for my personality, but maybe not better for a race result.
If you enjoyed this little clip from the podcast, you can check out full episodes of the podcast on any podcast platform, Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Also, you can click up here for another video that I know you're going to love. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you next day.